Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day today. Yes, you hopped on, and I am cracking up to my team up in here. We acting up, y'all. And sometimes when we act up, things go around the Greenbrier. So I'm gonna stop laughing, and I'm gonna focus on what it is that I'm doing. But I'm so excited to have my team supporting me. Thank you so much for being here, and let me say thank you for coming and tuning in. What? I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Come on inside of the room. Let me see who you are. Drop something inside of the chat. Yes. Okay. All right, Sherilyn. I see you up in here. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Whoever else is out there, definitely drop your name in the chat. I want to shout you out. Hi, Sister Lois. How you doing? It's been a minute. I ain't seen you, but I know you've been around and maybe you've been on some replays. But I'm happy when you guys say hello to me so I can say, hey, Stephanie sings. Yes, Stephanie Wilson. How you doing? LaShawn, hey, sissy. Yep, I'm live at 5. Girl, you always giving me the little lady in the red dress. But you know what? Can you work on making her look like me? I'm gonna show you how to do that on your phone. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna show you how to do that on your phone. That's something we'll do offline. But look, you guys, it's all about it's your turn. Put it in the chat. It's my turn. Put it in the chat. It's my turn. Put it in the chat. It's my turn. And I know you may be wondering, my turn to do what? Right? I know that's the question. I get it, and we're gonna get into that in just a second. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. Yes, it's the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. Look, you guys can do this if you start. This is what it's all about. It's your turn. Put it in the chat. It's my turn. Put it in the chat. It's my turn. Okay, listen. There's two things that I want you to learn how to do today. Today, I want you to learn how to release and embrace. Release and embrace. You know what you need to do? Put it in the chat. Release and embrace. So, what are the things that you need to release? And I'm going to give you the release and the embrace at the same time. So, the first thing that is your turn to do for all of you who are looking to start your business, go after your dreams, do what God has been calling you to do, it is your turn. Like, I don't know what you're waiting on, but you know, time ain't stopping for nobody. And every day you are getting older. So don't wait to get no older to step out in here into the deep. But look, here's some things that you need to release to get ready, right? Because remember, I talked to you about you getting rid of the things people told you, what they believe, and all the things you ain't got, right? We talked about that on Monday. But today, now it's time for you to release and to embrace. So here's the first thing that I want you to release is your story. Hashtag my story. Hashtag my story. And I ain't talking about your good story. I'm talking about your limiting belief holding you back story, right? The one that got you hemmed up in a bad way and not hemmed up in a good way, right? So here's the story that was holding me back for so long. The story that I had about myself was that, number one, I wasn't smart enough, right? I didn't feel like I spoke well. I didn't feel like I read well. I didn't like learning. I didn't like going to school. There were so many things intellectually that I felt I didn't have. And that was like my story. Hashtag release, hashtag release. And because I had that story, it prevented me from cracking open the mic and going live. It prevented me from writing the book, teaching the classes, building the curriculums, because I didn't believe that I was smart enough to do it. Hashtag release, hashtag release. So what is that story right now that you're believing, that you're brave enough to say in the chat, right? Because you do get transformation begins in language. And when people get that you're relatable and that you're real and you have real things that's going on with you, they know that you're the person to serve them. Why? Because you ain't perfect, because ain't none of us perfect. And nobody's looking for perfection, but they're looking for being real. Hashtag I'm real. Hashtag I'm real. And I want you to know I'm real. And those are things that I struggle with. And believe me, every level that I overcome in my story, there's still another level of limiting beliefs, of doubts, of things that I have to overcome, right? That's why I'm consistently coaching with people. That's why I'm consistently training myself to overcome the things that I have challenges with and that I know that some of you do too. What are some of the things? What's your story that's preventing you from jumping, from saying yes, from going after the things that you want to do? Is it that you're too old? Is it that you're not smart enough? Okay, LaShawn said that I'm not enough. Right. That's a story, right? Because, and here's how you can know that this is a story. So let me give you this trick. This is a tool that you need to use every time you hear your limiting belief telling you that you're not enough, or that you're not smart enough, or you're too old. I want you to think of the things that you're doing right now, that with the skills that you have, like I'm not good enough. What are some of the things that you are good at that you're doing right now? See, if you can find one thing that you are good at, that you are enough to do, that's already making that limiting belief a lie, because you're saying that you're not good enough, right? For me to say that I'm not smart enough. Okay, wait a minute. I'm sitting here rocking out these states and capitals. I know my sister will be happy about that. Teaching my daughter how to learn her states and capitals. Now, if I wasn't good enough, if I wasn't smart enough, I wouldn't be able to do this. Okay, I see you, Sister Lewis. You're saying consistency, right? Shelly is saying she has this limited belief that she can't be consistent, right? And I don't believe that. Why? Because you show up here consistently enough for me to know your name, to shout you out, to see that you're supporting this community, that you're supporting me, that you believe in what it is that I'm doing or saying, right? There's some form of connection and consistency with you because you are here in this space multiple times. So I know that that's not a real thing. I know that limiting belief is not true. Now, I don't even think consistency is probably even the problem. If anything, it may be fear of failure, whatever that definition you may have of it, that's holding you back, that's really holding you back. It's not that you're not consistent, because just like I said, you up in here and I can shout you out, and we could go back and look at multiple videos where I was able to shout you out. So it's not consistency, right? It's some other thing that's playing, that's driving that. That's called a blind spot. Put in the chat, hashtag blind spot, hashtag blind spot. And see, these stories that we make up is the best thing that we can come up with to explain the why to why things aren't happening, right? So we grab at things that we're familiar with, or we look at past situations and say that it's a current thing because it's familiar. But I want you to get, every situation is new, and you can make a decision anytime to change your mind that you are consistent and not inconsistent, that I am enough, and that you are enough, LaShawn, and that I am smart enough. At any minute, you can flip the switch and be like, okay, wait a minute, that's a lie. That's my self-doubt. That's my identity, right? The things. So let me tell you about identities. This is a good thing. And I think we talked about this. So let me tell you about these the identity, the situation that we have about identity. See, identity is built based on the things that we've experienced in life and the things that we don't want to experience again. So we start building up things to protect ourselves. Hashtag protection, hashtag protection. And they're going to think that this is what it's about, but y'all, this is just extra nuggets that the Holy Spirit just gave me and I want you to have. So your mind, your identity is actually being built around the things that you're building up to protect yourself from the past hurts that you have, from the past situations that you experience, from the past things that you've seen, because you don't want to experience them again, right? So you're feeling like, I got to protect myself. I got to protect myself from making this mistake again. I never want to feel it again. But that identity stops you and holds you back from taking the risk, from jumping, from trusting, from having faith, from doing all the things that you need to be able to say, it's my turn. It's my turn to walk into my future, to have the things that I keep talking about, right? So here's what I want you to embrace. Embrace possibility. Hashtag possibility. Hashtag possibility. So during the pandemic, I had this coaching group that allow people to create new possibilities that they saw for themselves in their life, right? And I'm offering that to you right now. Create a new possibility instead of that old story that you keep playing in your head over and over again about not being enough, about not being good enough, about me not being smart enough, about you, Shelly, saying that I'm not consistent enough. You are consistent enough to have all the things that you want to have, right? Because it's all based on what you say, and you have everything to say about it. The same thing for me. I am smart enough. I can believe that I'm not smart enough, and then I won't be able to take the risk that I need to take to build a class, to crack open the mic, to go live, to tell people and to share my experiences with people. If I keep holding on to that, I got to embrace the possibility that I know everything that I need to know at this time to serve the people that I want to serve. So what is it about you that you want to do? What's the possibility that you are creating for yourself in your life right now that counter what it is that you believe that story to be? I want you to put it in the chat, right? I want to celebrate you, because this is step one. This is day one. And let me tell you this ain't going to be the only time you're going to have to tell yourself that you are creating this new possibility, right? You got to keep it in front of you. You got to tell other people about it. You got to make it real. You got to add it on your calendar. You got to put it on your wall. You got to put it on in your phone. You got to do anything that you need to do to keep it top of mind, because it's going to create a new habit and belief system in you. And the more you see it, the more you'll believe it. Okay. All right. Look, y'all. Number 2, I need you to release complaints. Put stop complaining. Put in the chat, hashtag stop complaining. Stop complaining. Stop. Number 1, nobody want to hear it. Number 2, it ain't doing nothing but holding you back. Number 3, the more you complain is draining. Okay. Complaining is draining. Yes, sir. I remember being at a young girls event at my church, and one of the McDougals, I don't remember which one it was. I think it's the oldest one. Shout out to the McDougals family at the Southside Church of Christ. But she said complaining is draining. And I promise you, complaining is draining. All the energy that you're using to complain about these situations and things that you don't want to see in your life, you could be using to get out of it. You could be using to do something different, right? LaShawn said that I will, oh, I'm sorry. I was going to try to read that. Let me see. That I will have all that God has for me, and I deserve good things to happen to me. Right. I am good enough. Yes, you are. That's right. I want y'all to put it in here. Claim this thing. Because in order for you to have it, you got to go ahead and claim it. You got to believe it to conceive it. Right. And if you don't believe it, you can't conceive it, and you sure no won't be able to achieve it. Right. Okay. So let's get back to this complaining and draining. Thank you, LaShawn, for sharing. Stop complaining. That's right. I see all of y'all. Chat it up. Chat it up. Let people know. Set this stage on fire. Let people know they should be here. Make sure you share this video. Tag somebody that need to hear that they need to stop complaining. You know, the person that's calling you all the time talking about the same stuff over and over again. Tell them to stop. Here's what I need you to embrace. Hashtag solution, hashtag solution, hashtag solution. So there are solutions out there for you that maybe you've heard, maybe you heard them even more than 1 or 2 times. Like currently right now, I'm in the process of enrolling in a class that I want to take to become a leader in more self-development work, right? And this ain't the first time that somebody had recommended me taking this class, right? I want to strengthen my skills in enrollment and registration, right? Enrolling people in what it is that I'm up to and getting them to take actions in the directions that I want them, or believe that taking actions would help them or serve them, right? So that means the people that I'm coaching, the people that I'm teaching in my classes, the people that I'm teaching at church, the things that I'm sharing each and every day. I want to have better skills, because I believe Jesus was the best storyteller of all time. Hashtag true if you believe it. Hashtag true. Jesus was like the best storyteller ever. He was able to leave people touched, moved, and inspired every time he opened his mouth. Who does not want to have those skills? I want to have those skills. I want to be able to touch, move, and inspire people to take the necessary actions every time I open my mouth, right? I don't want to see people stuck. I don't want to see people staying in their stories. I don't want to see people holding on to the past when it's way past time for them to hashtag release, hashtag release, hashtag release. So look, if you know the solution and you've heard the solution, taking the class is the solution, stop hesitating, stop procrastinating, stop telling yourself it may not work, stop all the crazy conversations you may be having in your head. Hey, Cheryl, look, I want you to hashtag solution. Take the solution, get the coach, take the class, talk to the counselor, go back to school, whatever the solution is. If you believe that that's the solution, go do it. Hashtag solution, hashtag solution. So that's what I want you to embrace. The second thing is the solution. Okay, last thing that I need you to release, hashtag release. I need you to release the doubt, right? Release the doubt. Before on Monday, we was talking about the things that people told you that you need to release. But the doubt is the stuff that you're telling yourself. The stuff that's inside here that's telling you, again, that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, that you can't have it, that you're too old, that it's too late. Thank you so much, Sister McNeely. All those things that you're doubting, right? All those things that you're doubting about yourself is hashtag unacceptable. Hashtag unacceptable. I want you to embrace faith. Now, let's talk about this. We know faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things that we haven't seen. But here's another thing, a part of faith, right, that you need to keep in front of your mind. Faith without works is dead. So faith requires you to do things without knowing how they're going to turn out, right? It's the uncertainty, it's the unfamiliar, it's the not having all the answers, it's about not having all the pieces, right? So if you really have faith and believe that God has called you to start this business, to do this new thing, to begin this ministry, to step out here in the deep, then I need you to hashtag embrace faith. And you ain't going to have all the answers. And here's the thing too, you will make mistakes. Some stuff going to catch you off guard. Some people going to say stuff to catch you off guard. They already done that in your lifetime. Don't you believe that they'll continue to do that? I know that's the truth. I'm telling you, it'll happen. But I want you to have belief and faith in yourself, regardless of what people say, regardless of what it looks like right now, regardless of the place that you're in, regardless of what happened in your past, your story, regardless of the complaints that you have about things that didn't work out, that you didn't like, went down, regardless of the doubts, regardless of all the things that may be in your head that's preventing you from doing what you need to do. I want you to just release it. I want you to release all of it. And I want you to embrace possibility, the solutions, and have faith that they will work. Even if you tried them before and it didn't work before, it didn't mean that the solution was wrong. It could have been the way the solution was used. It could have been you were not mentally ready for the information or the solution, right? This class that I'm looking to take, that I'm filling out the application for, because you have to be accepted, right? Yeah, that's how serious it is, right? You got to pay for it, and you got to fill out an application to be accepted in the program. Because just because you got the money to pay for it don't mean that you're going to be able to take the program, right? But look, once you kind of take those necessary actions to step into the thing, and even though someone may have offered you the solution before, when I was first told about this program, it may have been back in 2014, 2015, but I wasn't ready to do it then. I didn't have the capacity. I didn't have the knowledge. I just wasn't in the headspace emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually to invest this kind of time, to invest this kind of money in something that I wasn't ready for. Now, let me tell you how great that is. To know when you're not ready is an amazing thing, because it prevents you from wasting your coins, right? Ain't nobody trying to waste coins. It prevents you from wasting your time, and it prevents you from losing your self-esteem, because you'll wind up doing something and not getting the results you want because you wasn't ready to even put the necessary effort in it to make it happen. But now is your turn. Hashtag is my turn. Hashtag is my turn. It's your turn to say yes to all of the things. And look, today at 6 o'clock inside of the private group, I'm going to actually break down the foundation of the business. Now, Stephanie sings, she loved it. This was her favorite part in the Queenpreneurs Jumpstart program. I'm going to break off some pieces of that to help get you started, right? In good faith, that if this sounds like something that you want to do, you'll enroll in the digital course for Queenpreneurs Jumpstart program. Now, the link is still not ready, or I will have it out here because I want you to enroll, but I'm still working on it. And you'll be able to take this at any time. So how about this? I'm giving away some nuggets tonight. If you're not inside of the private group, you don't have a foundation to your business, you don't know where to start, you don't have any of those things, the foundation of the business is going to be talked about at 6 o'clock because I want you to have it. It ain't your fault that the link ain't ready. So I'm going to give you something to get you started that you could work on right now in good faith, that if this is in fact what you want to do, when the link is ready, you'll enroll and complete the class. All right. I'm always looking forward to serving you. This is my way of saying I apologize. I'm sorry that this link is not ready. I want you in the class just as bad as you want to be in the class. And I promise you that it will be dropping this week, but I'm going to give you some nuggets tonight. I'm going to help you build the foundation of your business so you're not embarrassed to say that you have a business, because all the things that you need will be in place, or at least you'll have the roadmap to get them in place. Always looking forward to serving you. I'll see you at 6. I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at